best. All the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone.
Okay.
It's now 7:53, clocking down to 8 p.m.
And we are here to talk about
So,
that word.
sales wiring specialists are here.
Yes.
So today, Andrea, who do we have online?
We have Claire and Andrea. You know, Claire, a lot of times when we mention this word sales,
Mm.
what's that?
Honestly, I remember when my parents sent me to Australia.
Mhm.
My dad, I love marketing. So I said, Dad, I can't balance this accounts thingy. So can I please graduate in marketing? He said, I'm going to spend all the money. Please don't waste my money and come back with marketing degree. Please, marketing degree. At least come back with accounting, more professional. So quietly, marketing and economics. Major in marketing. Oh, Andrea, I just love sales.
I'm from the same uni as you do. I was probably
Ah,
the first batch of people that graduated with accounting and marketing major.
oh yes, very good. Lucky you, double major.
Lucky me because I have a father's choice and my choice in that combination.
Uh, father's choice and your choice. That's a nice one.
Yeah,
Father's
yeah,
choice and your choice.
yeah. So within one degree, get the best of both worlds combined together and happily marry them together.
I
However,
remember.
I would say that hey, the merry times and the love that for marketing and sales, it doesn't seem to be the same in the workspace. People find this sales word kind of like a taboo word. I don't know why. Perhaps do you know why?
Because it comes with a salesman. When sometimes we go out, we see this on the board or on a window.
Uh-huh.
No salesman allowed. Because once my mom, when she was a remisier, she used
Mm-hmm.
to bring. Sometimes you get catalogs.
Mm.
She share with her friends, and her friends actually asked her, "Hey, this one your daughter selling?" Because I think at the age of from very young, I just love to sell anything, make a profit, maybe like 15%, 25%. That was selling direct. Yeah,
Do you remember your earliest sale that you have done?
actually, yeah.
Mm.
I think the time that we are in our mother's womb also.
Hungry kick her.
Right,
That's already selling. The communications of selling is already there.
sell yourself. Yeah,
The
get what you
persuasion,
want.
the persuasion and influencing started at the womb. Not happy, kick the mother. I remember my very first actual trade of money was at 8 years old. So there's always this little pack of beads that my mother gotten as a gift from a Japanese friend. Being Japanese, they're very good with their packaging. They're very good with little things, right? So I've always been eyeing on this little pack, and at 8, my mother decided to give it to me. So I
Mm.
started making earrings, and as you can see, I like a lot of handmade jewelry. So I made them and I started selling in her shop because my mom used to be a hairdresser. So my first sales experience was at 8.
Nice. Mine, I remember when I was 15. I needed extra pocket money. So I was staying Taman Tun.
Mhm.
I used to walk to the shops to look for things that I can sell. So I came across this banner, this shop called Oriflame. Those days are Oriflame, famous for skincare, some beauty products. So I went up to the lady. I said, I'm interested. And she looking at me. I said, don't worry, you know, I want to buy and I want to sell. You know, so I actually negotiated. I remember, and it was 25% commission that I made, and I was happy. Yeah, that was how I remember my first real major transaction in that sense.
As much as the word salesman or selling is not such a reputable or such a glamorous word, the process of being in the sales role is actually quite a joyful one.
Andrea, it's now how many do we have on, who do we have on Facebook?
We have 6,
Right.
and we've got,
It's 8 o'clock. Yeah.
yeah, we've got Anita.
Anita, hi Anita.
We've got Leon. Hi, Leon. Elvin.
Alvin.
Yep. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about sales wiring.
Sales wiring specialists.
Yep.
Remember when we first planned to launch this, we just call it wiring specialists.
Yep, that's right. And a lot of friends of mine actually ask, what wiring does these two ladies do, man?
What wiring?
So we are actually wiring the heart and the soul of a business, which is sales.
And why? Why do we choose sales?
Sales to me is really very much the heart of any business at current moment. Or even at any moment, more so now.
That's right. Honestly, Andrea, the pandemic since March and April, you know, the amount of people who were laid off, there are so many now. It's not so simple as just, okay, laid off and apply a new job, get a new job. Yeah. So I think we saw a very big gap in this skills level where many wanted to do something freelancing, selling, even from selling nasi lemak, selling handicrafts, multi-level marketing, insurance, unit trust, yeah, naming all the freelancers come because they need to create something for themselves. You know, they can't be waiting for human resources to call them, go for an interview, and then go for many rounds. And then the older ones compete with the younger ones. Wow, it's really, really tough. So that's a big gap there.
And what those professions that you mentioned are actually very beautiful professions, because these are the smallest capital that one needs to be really, really successful. If you talk about the insurance industry, if you talk about the real estate industry, and also the network marketing industry, these are $1 million, $1 billion business.
Yes. And actually, what I like about network marketing industry is because it's not like some of the jobs. I mean, yeah, the requirements, the qualifications, and sometimes you're missing out on the really talented ones, really with, you know, they have certain skill sets, certain mindset that they can really do well, but just because they don't have the qualifications, so they're stuck.
Yep. And basically, these 3 particular industry have got very low entry requirements. Some have a slightly higher one depending on which one. Usually they are quite a low entry requirement, quite a low capital as well for them to get ahead. However, I would think that also on a sales wiring specialist, what we provide is also a community support. As much as these 3 professions actually help and inspire a lot of other people to become successful, people who are in this industry also faces a lot of challenge and also ice buckets being thrown at them when dealing or being in this industry by their own closest loved ones.
And it's very lonely.
Yep.
Because they come on, you want to sell something, and the first person who they call, sometimes family members, will you support me? Yeah, like you say.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, cold water gets through, and you can never be revived or relieve this dream anymore. And one of the other thing also, I feel that being a 5-year-old solopreneur, yes, I do agree. There are times where you find yourself very much making your own decision. It's a solo road to take. Thus, a community or a group of people that you could actually trust becomes a very good mastermind. Yep, that could really assist each other, the bonding to get each other going and grow there and expand there.
In fact, instead of competition, if we look at collaboration, wow, you can do so many things. Teamwork makes the dream work. You and I could be in sales, for example, but when we team up,
That's what we are here for.
1 + 1 is not equals to 2. 1 + 1 equals to
Infinity. And that's just your belief to begin with. Yep.
So why did we choose the word wiring? Sales wire. Remember the plug?
Yep. So sales wiring came with a very unique logo that includes a piece of the brain, which is very much the mind, and then the heart, which is also dealing with people's heart and mind, where the sales profession needs that soul to be driven to do something, the passion of it and the fire to do something. It's also delivering the end in mind to the customers and the consumers.
And I like the part where, the plug. Would you want to have a 3-pin plug or a 2-pin plug?
Well, I would love I love the 3-pin because it has got earth line.
Earth.
To me, one of the important element is the importance of earth, where it keeps me grounded, it keeps me connected, and I don't get electrocuted so quickly and easily. Yeah. What's the other 2 lines, Claire?
The live wire.
Yeah.
So the live is like, a lot of people can be in sales, but if there's no live wire, there's not the right platform, there's no electricity going through, then the light bulb will not light up. Yeah. So the live wire is like the leads.
Yep.
Yeah.
Live wires, there's also 2 parts of it, where there's the leads part and also the purpose part of the sales profession, where people start with the famous book, Start With Why,
by
Simon Sinek. And he have got a second book that is blue in color, which is called Find Your Why.
Yeah. Then the third one is a neutral wire. Neutral wire, we call it the customers. Because how do we translate the leads to customers? That's
transferring the leads to customers, meeting their needs, and very much being customer oriented, and that experience of what's the end in mind. It's not in the heart of just the commission or the wealth that we grow in a sales profession.
Yeah, correct. And just add on, the earth wire will be, the referrals, testimonies.
Yep.
What was the word we want to use? The referral pipeline continuation.
Yep. So what we actually wanted to also share is the difference between recommendations and referrals. What's the difference? How do we get recommendations? How does referral works behind the scene?
So this will be the sales wire that we'll come up with the process in place.
I truly, what I saw end in mind is that if the sales profession or the human that is actually being in this sales profession is the light bulb, then that whole wiring is that life that it gives onto this light bulb. Because without these wires going through, you can't light up the bulb. And if you put a whole line of light bulbs together, and if only one light bulb gets lighted up, that is the one and only light bulb that will attract the customers to look at you and you shine through.
And if you can harness the potential on the process of turning on the light bulbs, you can be a game changer in whatever industry you are in.
Yep. And one more reason why we actually choose the word wiring is also because it's not a restarting or rebuilding process where you learn it one time and that's it. I truly believe sales is about going back there and rewire again and again and again and again. That whole theory of being better 1% better than today than yesterday.
1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very profound for me. 1%, because I was calculating, wow, 1% a day, 1 year, there'll be how many percent you are greater?
365, if not 366 on some special years. You only take that 1%, and sometimes to get through that 1%, you would need a third party to even help you identify this blind spot.
Correct. So it is a conscious effort that we need. Otherwise, it will be so mundane. We are so busy and so caught up with the everyday, yeah, that then we turn around and say, wow, many years have passed and we are still the same old.
And
So
the danger of being comfort or same old, especially in this pandemic, yeah, I think that's a big lesson to learn. And we have got to quickly run ahead and pivot before matters starts to get worse.
So we talk about light bulb.
Yep.
So what is your light bulb?
My
ask our
light bulb.
friends.
Yes.
Ask
For
our
our friends, please put into comment, what's your light bulb in your life?
What is your light bulb? What is important to you? What is it that makes you do what you do every day you wake up in the morning? What is it that drives you?
Claire and me, we will share our light bulbs in our next session. Meanwhile, do put in what's your light bulb.
Your light bulb, we'd like to know. Because we are here to support and help the community.
And pivot before
Wow. The reason why we are doing this is not so much to go directly to the businesses out there, but to the owners themselves, the freelancers, you out there. You need to go venture for something, for your light bulb. You need to light up your light bulbs. So we want to be here to support you. So share with us, what is important to you?
Yep.
Because with us, you are guaranteed wired. That's our guarantee.
Yes.
Help us help you.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. So Andrea, any notes on what is your light bulb?
I haven't seen any. I hope that there's more coming in.
But I've asked this question in my trainings, and most of the time,
I've got some comments from Anita. Anita said the title was really catchy. When Claire told me she was a wiring specialist, I was thinking she got into electrical work now. Thanks, Anita. You also said that we both look very lovely. Thank you so much.
Very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Anita, the best trainer, TTT trainer in town.
Kelvin mentioned about meeting the right people.
Erwin. Okay.
Yes.
So that's his light bulb.
Yep. Anita also mentioned her light bulb is getting results in myself and others. That's beautiful, Anita.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
In the big picture.
Yes.
Always giving.
Yes. And hi to Erwin as well.
Hi, Erwin.
Hi. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Erwin.
Yeah. So keep the message and the comments coming in to tell us what's your light bulb. We really, really want to know. And also let us know that what other sales topics or sales little tips that you like us to share.
We have wonderful treats coming up.
Many treats that's coming up very, very soon.
Actually, by knowing the why, that can really drive. It's like for me personally, I like the part about the gun to my head. Yeah, you know. Sometimes asking a question to do something, I'll say, no, I'm tired, I can't do it. No, I don't think I can achieve it. No, 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 no. But the moment when I simulate, you have no choice. If you don't do it, you will die, and all these things. I really no choice. I realize there's a kind of different energy that come out within
Yeah.
myself. It's a power that
Yeah.
pushes you to do something beyond. So
That's true.
everyone has a latent potential, has the talent to do it.
Well, this morning I woke up super early. For people who saw my post, I was actually in a Zoom at 5:30 a.m. And one of the key takeaway in that Zoom was that increase your income, increase your impact, and increase your influence. I thought that was really beautiful.
3I, income,
Yeah.
impact, influence.
What would you like to impact, and who would you like to impact?
It's also about time that we support our friends to be bold. To be bold to make the impact.
Yep. To make a pivot in life, to make that change, and very much look at a turnover or makeover on life. I had this little debate with a few friends recently talking about why is it always discussed as work-life balance, where work took up the 50% and life took up that 50%. When we look at this thing called Wheel of Life with 8 elements on it, work was only 1/8 of it. However, in the phrase work-life balance, work becomes 50% of it and life has shrunk down to just only 50%.
Actually, Andrea, a lot of even they say in the next 10 years, 40% of the jobs will be eliminated.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's the same with models and theories. Okay, I mean, I learned sales and marketing. It's more than 20 years ago. If you guys just stick on those theories, you'll be wiped out.
It ain't gonna work that way.
A lot of tacit knowledge is important. What is real life, and keep exploring.
The mastermind group is also important, where other friends tell you what works, what doesn't work. We share our experience, what works, what doesn't work.
So we're going to simulate a technique where all of us in sales, doing sales. We can come from different maybe industry, different types of products or services, but we can share the experiences and we can support one another, because sometimes it's a blind spot that we are in.
And I like the word wiring is also because that's very connected to science, and it's always being asked, is sales an art or a science? So for me, I like to choose that it's a science because that gives you a lot of testing labs.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's what's really needed now, because you just cannot not test something and think that whatever works now will work forever.
Can you tell me a profession where we don't need sales at all?
I don't know. If any of our friends here knows, please let me know.
No sales required.
Yeah, because I still hear a lot of people tells me like, hey, do you have a job to recommend? Anything but sales. Why the but word, and why the sales word, and why the but word?
Sales can save your life. sales. The sky is the limit.
And I see a lot further than that is that sales profession is one where sky's the limit and you could really run after your passion, whether it's charity or whatever dreams that you have to help others as well.
Right? You're selling your idea, you're negotiating an idea.
Yep. And nothing beats the fact that not only can you make an impact change to your loved ones, your family, also the society, as well as you're talking about your whole community. I think we should share out the YouTube that I shared with you, Claire. The one on the volleyball player.
Yes. Can you do that?
Yes, I will
No.
do it shortly on the page.
You must tell them the story.
Okay. So I've been a volleyball match freak, watching all the YouTubes that I can find about the China volleyball team, the female China volleyball team lately. And what I found out is that the team leader, current team leader, she have done this beautiful thing by donating 2 million of her income, not for her own spending. Yeah, she built schools, she built the road, she built old folks' home, and she didn't want it to be named under herself. Amazing.
Amazing. I saw the video. I had tears in my eyes. You got to show them.
It's not about just because she's in the volleyball profession. Don't you think that she must have sold herself out in order to become the spokesperson of a brand, in order to become who she is and what she is today?
Her why is the one that pushed her.
I'm very amazed. Very young, very young, and very focused.
She comes from one of the poorest places.
She was in fact very much known for being a little bit of a malnutrition when she first started in the team.
She was just fed up of being very poor, and with family, the whole community was looked down upon, and she wanted to make a difference. So she had a bigger why, a bigger purpose.
She turned on that light bulb.
Turn on the light bulb, and not only for her own light bulb, but many people.
Yep, for her family, very much for her sister's studies, and also for the whole village that she's in.
Village, so that they can have roads, they can have amenities. Amazing. Yeah.
She can have old folks home for people, so the older folks actually get a place called home. That's just beautiful. We should just have to do more of this as well.
When you watch the movie, catch the energy, because we need this energy.
Yep.
Passion. Yeah.
Where the energy flows is where that attention is gonna be. Yep.
Hoping to watch this movie every morning. Actually, it's a
Yep.
different spirit. Yeah.
We just need to put positive energies into ourselves every morning.
So you want to share? You want to share it here, Andrea?
I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna post it onto my page.
Later. It's
Yep,
all in
later.
Mandarin. It's all in
Yep.
Mandarin.
Can't do it right now.
Yeah, not right now. Yeah. But just watching the actions and watching the emotions. They took a video from beginning to the end.
Yep. Yep. That's really beautiful to hear a youngster not spending on luxury stuff or herself.
Yeah.
And do so much more. And I don't think any other profession actually give you that sky is the limit.
Yeah. So she did mention she was thinking, what is the way that I can earn to help my community, to help my village? So she's very, very tall. If you look at herself, her talents, skills. Now the best part is sales is something that you can learn. Yeah, it's not like, when you were born, God said, okay, you, Andrea, more sales strategy. You, Claire, more sales skills,
Yep. So it's not really an art, isn't it? It's very much a learnable science.
So that's why, okay, we're coming up with a system to help our friends, okay, make it as a habit to understand the process, to equip yourself with the necessary skills and knowledge. Like what Andrea said, with the right mind and the right heart.
Yep. And it's that little of that tiny habits that we are talking about, that increase of that 1% that we are talking about here, that makes a big difference. Recently, I'm exposed to this. I read these two books, the Atomic Habits as well as Tiny Habits, where it really talks about little things that you do, that 1% difference can make a big difference in the results and the performance.
Right. Maybe you're going to share about your 10 times, the 10x factor also.
So there's a lot of magnifying glass and a lot of light bulbs.
So whether it's 1 goal, 10 goals, how big, it's how much you can take, how you want to visualize it.
Yep.
So let's visualize 10 times.
10 times. And in terms of the context as well, where in order to contain more fluid into the cup, the size of the container have to grow as well.
And how to grow. So it's through this community. Even for me, I love the idea of the conscious habit that we'll go through. So it's not easy, even myself, So being in the community, we share, we learn together, we grow together.
If you need a wake up call for 5 a.m., we will all wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. 5 a.m.
5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any chats on our Facebook? Any questions coming in?
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Today is our first day. We share, we learn together, we grow together.
Yep, you can hear.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this going. Yeah, we have got Annie. Annie just drop us a comment.
Hi, Annie, sister.
Yeah. Oh, Kelvin posed this wonderful topic. Will robots take my job?
No way, Kelvin. Can robots take your job?
If you allow them to.
So how can you be different? How can you make yourself different?
How do you differentiate yourself?
Because the wiring, they don't have the heart, right, Andrea? Robots don't have the heart. It's different.
And the ability to do that analytical skills, there's also limitation because it's without the heart. So we do need to bring out that heart. And sometimes it's also about removing that noise that we have on the head and make way for that heart to sound a bit louder.
I remember I was once in an exhibition in Dubai, and they're just showing, selling cars with a robot. Yeah. So it's just, it's a voice, it's all standard script. So what if I ask a question that's not in the robot's database, Yeah.
You don't get an answer, that's all.
Get an answer.
It's very much like talking to our Siri at this moment. Yeah. So for some of our friends that's really a little bit worried about what robots and AI can do, well, my answer will always be how do you differentiate yourself from them?
The other part that got me really thinking, the part about like my son is 8 years old. He's they call it the alpha generation. And they are saying that we do not know how they will turn out, as in how will they become. We have categories that, okay, how baby boomers will behave, how the X generation will behave, how the Y generation, so these are the new generation, alpha. Now the thing
Right.
is, if we are wired to be creative, so then we can advance. We need to advance the game and create.
And we advance with them. I mean, considering where we are very much more time at home recently, then one of the thing is that whatever you do also influence and impact them in that way. The creativity that's much needed.
And Andrea, I think it's about time that we have this talks often, these chats with our friends, because it's like we don't want to talk about it. We are afraid because it's the unknown, like the VUCA, the VUCA: volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. This is the VUCA world.
Yep.
But let's not get drowned in it.
And of course, if people who are still very afraid of joining the sales profession, the only way you can have a little bit more flexible with your time with the family, it's probably when you choose that right profession.
After graduation, going to corporate, being a trainer for the past 18 years, when honestly in March, when the lockdown happened in Malaysia, I was in depression. But I thought about it, and the thing that gave me hope, honestly, Andrea, was this word: skills. What can I sell? Because as young, like when we were young, it's a sales transaction in exchange. It can be a barter trade, not even be a money cash transaction.
Yep.
How that's the foundation of the survival. We can survive.
That's for sure.
Sales.
Yep.
And that's when, Andrea, I believe we came up together. We want to do something that we can close the gap and support, especially a lot of freelancers out there, people who are retrenched. We can help.
And for a lot of people who are guessing like, hey, isn't sales just about the sales process? Then I would say that sales is about 85% of mindset and 15% of skill sets. So one of the elements in wiring here is actually wiring a solid ground on the mindset.
The mindset.
Yeah. That's the difference between humans and robots. I guess, Claire, we can actually take on to the next session to talk a little bit more of that.
Yes.
Yep.
That's nice. Great.
So keep those comments coming in, and let us know what's your light bulb in your life. Nurul sent us a beautiful comment saying that I believe I can fly. Claire, that's your favorite song.
Can I sing the song? Or I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. And through sails you can fly.
To you, Nurul.
You, me, 'cause I believe in miracles.
Definitely, absolutely.
I think they're excited, Andrea, to know what's next. How can they be part of how we're going to help them?
Okay.
Spill a little bit.
Spill a little bit. Okay, so we've lined up a whole series of very exciting things. We line up some layouts of a combination of the skill sets, mindsets, online, offline, all in a nutshell
in 1 month.
in 1 month. We're not going to take too long. I know salespeople, we want results, we want speed. And what's beyond the 1 month, Claire?
What's beyond the 1 month? If you like us to hold your hand to help you achieve the desired goal that you want. You see, the goal is up to you because everyone is coming in at different levels.
Yes.
So we're setting up a system. Okay, so imagine a circuit, where we learned in science last time, the bulb, the plug, the wires.
Yep.
How do we help you get the electricity flow as much as possible?
Yep, that's
We
it.
want to grow with you.
We don't want the 1 time, 1 month. We want to grow with you. We want to partner you in your success.
Yes.
And make sure that this is not a lonely solo road that you're taking.
So if you want to find out more, just write down maybe on the chat. Interested, put your name and your email address. We will connect with you.
Yep.
Don't worry about the pricing. It's so unbelievable because it's sales. Sky's the limit.
Yes.
Why are you going to worry?
Yes. And we'll definitely come back for another episode and we can chat more. And the next episode is going to be this coming Friday.
Yep. We're launching this by mid-November. So stay tuned.
Yep.
To be the selected few who will join us in this journey to achieve the results, your desired results.
Yep. And we'll see you all soon again.
Okay. So before you leave, around the chat, what is your one takeaway today?
What's your takeaway?
Dear friends, thank you for coming to our first launch. To be our founding members.
Thank you so much for being here.